Oh, hey. Apparently I went live and I didn't turn the live on. Anyway, sorry if I was pointing at you guys and clicking around. I'm just doing a test right now, checking out the stability of my internet. I got a new internet, um, and well, I moved into a new home, so I didn't have internet. I finally have internet, and um, when I stream, when I come on Sundays and do my live stream, I have a lot of destinations that the stream goes to. So and I was only using my 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 mobile provider. I wasn't using the internet. So hopefully it goes well. Let me know in the comments if you're getting a smooth video out there. Um, so that's what I'm looking for. I got super powerful Wi-Fi now, I guess, internet. Anyways, this is just a test, so I'm just want to see what it looks like, what it sounds like, and make sure that I can start to do my podcast interviews with people and have a good steady internet stream. So we want to make sure that's gonna be okay, and then I'll start to check my mics. So actually, I have a mic. I have a couple of different mics. Um, I'll do this mic. Favorite one is this. My favorite lapel mic is an iRig lavalier, and the thing is a powerful little thing. But the only thing is, when I switched phones, it has this kind of a auxiliary jack. So who knew? When I switched phones, I didn't think about all this stuff. So this is a really powerful little thing. And it's got really good sound. I was really disappointed. I could still use my iPad with it, but the iPad then doesn't have a good video. So I may have to upgrade to getting a good proper camera. So I'm looking into that too. Right now I just use my phone, which has plenty of ability to podcast and video at the moment. I'm gonna plug in my other lavalier, which is a Boya, and um, I don't know. I don't know if I like my hi KCSU there. I don't know if I like my phone. All right, so I just switched to my little lavalier uh, mic, and I don't know. Did you hear? Can you hear the difference as I switched over? And which do you like better? Which do you prefer? This sound, this little lavalier mic sound, or do you like this sound, which is coming from my phone? Um, my phone has excellent video and excellent sound, I think. So, let me see. All right, and the phone that I have is it's a what is it called? S21 Ultra Samsung. So the this phone has been excellent, like really good quality camera and videoing. Somebody tried to get me to switch over to the iPhone, and I'm think I'm an Android girl. I don't know. I do keep a some uh, Apple products because I had I like to use it for certain things. So I do keep a little bit of some different products. Basically, it's just iPad. So anyway, so I'm just doing a test and I'm just rambling on and I'm checking out this mic, which is my lavalier. I'm testing because I have asked a couple of people to join me on my podcast. So I would really want to interview them. Um, okay, so Casey says he's listening in here. He says the phone sounds good, but the mic sounds much better. Okay, so all right, so we got one that likes the mic better. So I I I haven't been able to check the both sounds, but yeah, apparently this mic is pretty good too. And I want to make sure that I got all my checkpoints done because I have invited a couple of people to come into my podcast, and that means that we're going to video podcast, so they're going to be in person with me, and they will. This has two mics, so uh, two people can be on the mic with this. So we need to check the sound. We need to check the videoing as well. So at the moment, I don't have, one of those cool proper cameras. But like, really, you don't really need it, because nowadays our phones have really high quality cameras, and really all you need is the internet connection, and then you can download all of your audios into all of the audio platforms that they go to, right? So you got the Amazon audio platform, with the audio books and all of that, and you got uh, we don't have Google audio anymore. They took that out, but you got your YouTube, then you got your mine's also goes into um, iTunes, and what else? Oh, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and so you got some of the like little radio broadcast platforms that your podcast can go onto too. So yeah, you got a lot of different things, but you want to make sure you got good quality mic. Um, at the moment I just have this lavalier, which is I have a handheld mic, um, but that also has a different auxiliary, and that just defeats the purpose now. So that happened when I changed phones. So if you're listening to this, little word of advice, um, all of the upgraded mics that have to do with your podcasting and things like that, or videoing. Um, the back in the day we had those little auxiliary plugins, but now everything went to USB-C, I think it is. Um, so it's all like gonna level out to one kind of plug-in thing, a universal plugin. I don't know what they're called. Anyway, but the original auxiliaries were good. They were excellent when you had to use them for, really good, strong, capable audio. So some of us are disappointed that they switched over, and also our equipment switched over, which means now that we had to buy new equipment. So watch that. That's a little trick right there. So I did have to buy different new stuff. but I still kept my original mics, and I like to use them. I'm thinking when I just do just straight up audio, that can be used in my iPad. So yeah, I mean, I have two podcasts that I have, two different platforms. One is the Gloria Medrano podcast, which I do everything on that one. And then the other one is called The Madre. And The Madre is my podcast. It's really personal. It's going to be, it's kind of a diary. It's more in book form. And that one tells more of personal stories, triumphs, and I mean, lots of great lessons are in that just from hearing the stories. And it's a lot of, talking about how to deal with, uh, you know, um, just big abuse um, and grief that's in there, and how do you deal with grief, you know? So that's in the Madre. It's very, it's more of an emotional style of podcast telling a story more in like a diary form. So it's for those people that like that style. Um, and there are people out there that they do really get interested in that that form of it has background music, um, as I'm talking and as I'm sharing different stories. Um, Kind of like a biographies slash um, diary slash grief, uh, and how you overcome, just by the different. It goes through the different people that came in and out of my life, and what they meant to me, what I picked out of them, and still some of those people are in my life still, and I just got a comment. I have a very, very, very secret Facebook that I only have, blood family members and some really close friends in there. And um, so, like, I don't, it's very private. I don't have anyone else in that Facebook. So, anyways, I do have my foster parent who pops in. He's in there, and he just gave me a comment back on something that I posted about reading. I told a story about how I uh, was appreciative of him because of how I learned it was living with him and his wife that I read my first book. Through his encouragement, through her encouragement, I read my first book all the way through, from front to back, right? Just I read it and I was consumed with the stories in the book. And I had always loved books, and I used to like to read. I was a dork, so I used to like to read um, the National Geographic. I used to like to read, the Encyclopedia of Animals. I thought that I was going to be a zoologist or some kind of thing like that at one point, and I still absolutely love the zoo. I'm one of those zoo dorks. I always have a membership to the San Diego Zoo. So, um, but going through trauma and crisis and things, didn't, I didn't have time to read a book until I, went into foster care with those guys. And I read the book all the way through. Just found this passion. And now, because of that, I have, my kids have grown, and they have a love for learning, and they are successful. They've gone through, schooling higher level than I have ever gone through school, uh, and then, you have my grandkids who read at like these crazy levels, you know, and, um, especially my oldest granddaughter and my grandson, and he reads. He's only 7, and he reads like at like better than a 12-year-old. So he reads fluently and very, very well, and he knows how to sound out the words. It comes really easy to him. So I'm like really impressed with that. I don't know about anyone else, but I was sharing that with him. He commented and he said, that he was the lucky one, that he got to um, be a part of, me, and be able to share some of the love and passion for reading that his grandma and his parents shared with him, and the stories and the journeys, and all of those things he remembers reading with his grandmother, he says, and the impact that it made on him. And so those are just a few little bits and pieces of some of the things that I talk about in the podcast, The Madre. So it's just interesting, it's just very it's just more calm, and it's more of a storytelling. So, and then, I'm always on Sundays, Sundays at 6:30, and it's more biblical, and I'm talking a lot about emotional healing. And then, everything that I talk about is about overcoming and dealing with people, dealing with your emotions, dealing with all kinds of, different things that come come your way in life. So I hope that those help you. You can always find me, wherever you just Google my name. Google my name. Just Google Gloria Medrano. You will find all the places that I teach lessons or whatever. You can find some content. You can find what benefits you in some way, shape, or form. So um, you know I do it, but I'm going to bring on some friends of mine with me to the podcast, and they'll be here in person with me. They'll be sharing some things that have helped them. Some are young and some are old, and I have had my pastor friends come onto the podcast, sharing different people from different countries as well. So I I do want to go to England and then interview some of my friends there. So hopefully I get a chance to do that. But yeah, I will tune out and let you guys go for now. And I just say a blessing over all of you. And thank you for being here. Thank you for, um, being a part of my life and a part of my journey. And my whole purpose for doing what I do is to br- encourage you with the life that I've lived, and let you see that no matter what you go through, you can overcome, and that difficulty will come, and that don't be scared of it. Press into it, and also my friends who will be on the podcast, new and old, they'll be sharing some things that have helped them along the way, and I hope that what they say will be something that you can take away and apply it to your life as well. So, we all are in this together. We do this together. I don't do this all alone. you know, I have friends and people that I meet in the background, people that, you know, have come alongside me, people who have said, you know, do this, you're good at this, you know, or, um, you know, let me, I want to partner with you, you know, so we do things as something that we collaborate in. You know, and I've always been a person who was a collaborator. I always, you know, when I was a senior pastor of a church, many people were not collaborators. They were very stuck in their own um, congregation, and it showed. It showed that they're, you know, they weren't allowed to go out anywhere. They were like, you know, they didn't. Pastors weren't making friends with other pastors unless they were in that same denomination or where. But when I was in England, I made friends with the vicar. I didn't even know what the word vicar was. I made friends with the Methodist lady. I made friends with, you know, an Elim church, and, you know, I was part of an AOG, you know, organization. You know, I was making friends with so many different people that when I did an event or whatever, it became this big collaboration of different people pitching in, doing different things, you know, and sharing their part in how they love God, you know, and it's not all the same. It's not some is not even the same um, belief, but um, we come to a common ground in which that we both love God, and so, you know, it's interesting when you open up your heart to collaboration. So I encourage that, but you know, you gotta know who you are, what you believe, um, and then, you know, doing things out in the community requires an ability to know who you are and to, you know, be a part of other people's lives. You know, I admire the National City clergy members. They're all part of a whole bunch of different, you know, church backgrounds. You know, you've got the Seventh Day Adventists, you got the Methodists, you got the Catholic, you got the, you know, and we all come together for a national day of prayer. And, you know, it's all different people. So um, and also all different ethnic backgrounds too. So, you know, I like that. I think that is that. I mean, that's how that looks. That's how I did when I was in England in a small town. And so, yeah, National City Clergy, they got it going on. I like that. So, all right, I'll let you guys go for now. I love you. And peace out.